if this affects anything. It always says the stream health is terrible, but then YouTube says it's fine, so I don't know which one to believe. The videos seem fine, so I think that's probably... Okay. Hello. There we are. Okay, we're live. Hello. Welcome to Thursday Night Poetry, or Poetry Night Thursdays. I am Saki.
I'm Matthew.
We are your hosts for tonight. We have some spooky poems. Well, I don't know if yours is spooky. Mine has a ghost in it, so spoilers. Okay. So we didn't actually plan on having it be spooky themed, but I was writing a poem really last minute today, like 3 hours ago before my piano lessons, and I had like half an hour to come up with a poem, and I have 2 works in progress, but I want to actually spend a lot of time revising those and making like a well-crafted, completed work. So instead of like half-assing one of those and sacrificing it for this week's live stream, I decided to write a really half-assed poem from scratch. So I wrote a spooky tale. What did you do?
What did I do? I've been spending all week grinding away at some philosophy poems, so that's all I could think of.
So wait,
I
philosophically spooky?
I tried to do a comic epitaph, like one of those funny things you see on a gravestone. Because I had a bunch of historical ones of those as Halloween decorations this year. So I wrote one of those, but it's just not spooky or particularly funny.
It's just an epitaph?
It's a epitaph.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And you also just wrote that in like the last half hour.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Been a busy week.
Procrastinators. Oh wait. Sorry, I was listening to hallway sounds. Okay. Do you want to go first, or shall I? Oh wait, you know what? Wait, are you allowed to announce the thing you've been working on or no?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's cool. I promise, it's cool. He told me top secret.
Project.
Okay, anyway. You go first.
Alright. So this is based on one of the many stories that are told about the philosopher Diogenes and how he might have died.
Okay, excite.
It's a limerick. Gravedigger, entomb me face down. My inverted estate underground you'll presently find correctly aligned as the world is turned upside down.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that last week.
Some week.
3 weeks
Anyway, he's worried because he cares about the individual autonomy, and Greek society is about to be overthrown by Alexander the Great, or I guess Philip first. But anyway, Macedonia is going to just come and wreck them. So that's, the world is going to turn upside down.
It seems like... Can you sing that one to the tune? Da 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 da.
No.
Gravedigger into my...
Gravedigger into me face down. Inverted estate underground you'll presently find correctly aligned as the world is turned upside down.
As the world is turned upside down.
Close enough.
That was pretty good. Okay, it's still a limerick.
True.
Okay, mine is a ballad. So the reason I wrote this one is because I couldn't get Shady Grove out of my head. So Shady Grove is like this folk ballad that's in like A Dorian or something, and the tune itself is actually really spooky, but the song is really cute. It's Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling, Shady Grove, my little love, Shady Grove, my darling. And then, so that's the chorus. And then all the verses are just like, the singer was in love with this girl named Shady Grove, and she was his sweetheart. And then he asked her to marry him, and then she did, and now life is wonderful or something. I actually don't know all the verses, but Fast Heart Mart sings it, and I accompany him on accordion, and it's like, it's kind of a really boring song for me because I just hold an A minor chord forever, and then I do a G major, A minor, like right before we do the chorus. Anyway, blah blah blah, music theory. But it's a really pretty melody, and it's an earworm. So I had this tune stuck in my head, and this ballad that I wrote goes to that melody, but I'm not gonna sing it because I don't want to torture people. Well, let me see how many verses it has. I could be convinced. If you want to just hum an A for like a minute. Let me see. Where did I store it? I stored it in Telegram. Okay. It's that long, so I don't think I want to sing 9 stanzas. I'll sing one for like comic effect later. Okay, so just so y'all know, this is like a B grade poem. Like I said, I came up with it like last minute on the fly right before work because I wanted something Halloween themed, and it's this is an original tale, but I'm sure it's not truly original because it's just like any other ghost story. So okay, here we go. Okay, let me just. Okay, once there was a sweet little girl and a sweet little boy. The little boy's name was Daniel Dunn, and hers was Emily Rose, which doesn't rhyme, don't worry about it. In a small little house in a small little town, they grew up side by side. Then one day, dear Emily Rose came to be his bride. Together, as they were meant to be, they lived their happiest days, until the day that foolish Dan sent Emily away. "Oh, Emily, my Rose," he said, "you know I love you so. But there's another woman now, so I must bid you go." So deep into the woods she ran and fell into a lake, whose murky waters welcomed her to sleep and never wake. Forgotten was she many years, while Daniel would remarry. His new wife was his pride and joy, and soon a babe would carry. But alas, one fateful night, Daniel had a dream. While walking through the woods, he saw a maiden in the stream. She summoned him in siren song and beckoned him to her, and foolish Daniel Dunn gave in and stepped into the water. The river churned and took the sand from underneath his toes. Beneath the water now he saw the ghost of Emily Rose. Said Emily, "I always knew that we were meant to be, and now, my dear sweet Danny boy, you're coming home to me." They say that there's a haunted lake where jealousy was slain, for at the bottom of that lake were 2 lovers lain. So she killed him in a dream. Ooh, spooky.
Sad story.
Sucks. But justice was served, except, well, that one lady with the pregnant lady now is just a widow, and, well, that really sucks. But, I mean, I guess it wasn't explained whether or not he told her, like, hey, look, I got another chick. But if he lied and just, like, and she thought he was available and then got pregnant, like, well, that sucks. But if she knew, then it's kind of on her. Okay, anyway, but that's sad. I thought this.
Sad.
Oh, okay, that's pretty sad. It's a ghost story.
True.
Anyway, yeah, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing it. But I will say the first verse sounds a little bit better. Once there was a sweet little girl and a sweet little boy. The little boy's name was Daniel Dunn and hers was Emily Rose. It doesn't bother me as much that it doesn't rhyme when I sing it. I think it's because oh, you know why? Because I was originally going to have Emily Rose be like a tagline and then have it come back, and then it would be fine if it doesn't rhyme, but it didn't rhyme on the first verse, and I didn't make it a tagline. So that was kind of a massive fail. Anyway, like I said, when you write stuff in like half an hour on the day that it's due, it's like not quality. But anyway, it was an original tale. I thought it was fine. All right. Forgot we're live streaming. Old poems.
Old poems.
Old poems. One new, one old. That is not a straw.
I wanted to read somebody else's poem today.
Mm.
I have in my hot little hand a deck of cards of Scrabblegrams by David Cohen.
Do explain.
A Scrabblegram, for those of you who don't know, is where you take one tile, all the tiles, in fact, from the game of Scrabble, and then you make something out of it, a little sentence maybe, or in this case, a poem, using one of each of the tiles, and all of the tiles, actually.
Including 2 blanks, though.
Yeah, there are 2
3
blanks
tiles.
that can be anything, and there are 100 letters total, so this is what it
You know,
looks
I
like.
need to push the focus button on this thing for it to do that.
This is the 10 of Spades,
Oh, you can hold it closer.
called Epitaph. And so what he's done is he's actually made a Scrabblegram that is also a limerick and also a comic epitaph at the same time. So this is the kind of stuff he does that is just completely outrageously good. I don't know how he does. I've done Scrabblegrams before and they're just difficult. And here's how it goes. I gaze out on all I have done, a mixture of toil and fun. Here quickly it passed, a great die is cast, job over, my new work begun.
You gotta sing it to the tune.
You don't have to sing a limerick.
I always sing.
Would
my-
you like to sing the limerick?
No, I didn't choose it.
And then it says at the bottom, R.I.P., which 3 letters complete the Scrabblegram. Very clever.
Nice.
It's kind of Halloween-y, because he says, my new work begun, like, oh,
He's gonna
what
hunt
new
people.
what new work is
He's gonna
that?
go murder his
Yeah,
his
unclear.
ex-lovers.
Anyway, that's David Cohen. Look him up.
Scrabblegrams.
Clever guy.
The only guy who probably the only guy who has a deck of Scrabblegrams. This is so satisfying. It's a good deck box. Okay, cool. Okay, my old poem surely has been read on this live stream before, but I don't keep track of this, so maybe it hasn't. So this is from my what's it called? The like poetry memory castle thing. All right. Anyway, this is in the backyard from the tombstone. It is a short one. I am not dead, I'm just asleep underneath this lumber. The tears you shed are yours to keep. Do not disturb my slumber. Don't weep for me, bitches.
I like that.
Yeah.
Sassy.
Oh, yeah. I don't want that on my tombstone, for the record. That's just something I wrote. At this part in the story, actually, you don't find out yet. So the 2 tombstones are just on there, and they have their little poems. And then when you go into the dungeon, the labyrinth, and you come back up into the castle. Did you get this far in the game?
Mm-mm.
Oh, spoilers. Well, you get back upstairs into the castle, and everyone's dead or a ghost. And then you go back out to the backyard, and now there are 2 living cats sitting on top of their graves.
Whoa.
Yeah, the cats come back to life. Yeah, so everyone was alive, and then the 2 dead. They flip the living and the dead. So there are 2 cats. So presumably the sassy poem was written by a cat, or was the epitaph written for a cat who was sassy?
But is that what the cat wants? Not to have its
not
slumber disturbed, but then it has to come back to life at the end.
Oh. Well,
It's
it
another
came
sad
back.
story.
No, it came
This
back
is
to life.
all sad stories.
It came back to life in order to sleep for reals,
Okay, that's true.
which has to be more satisfying than eternal slumber, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
Because you can't be woken up from eternal slumber. It's probably pretty boring. You need that contrast.
Sure.
Okay. In case anyone wants to know what I'd like on my tombstone,
I'm just gonna make it up on the top of your
no,
head?
I'm trying to remember it so I don't like mess it up when I say it.
Okay.
When we wake, we are reborn, and when we sleep, we die. I'll see you in the next life. Tomorrow's dawn is nigh. All right, so all you YouTubers out there, make sure you tell whoever's burying me that I want that on my tombstone. Just kidding. I don't actually want to. I want to get turned into like compost. It seems more eco than getting.
Oh yeah, they have such elaborate ways of doing that now. You know, they're like increasingly effective at getting your nutrients into the ground. I don't know if it's really important to get the little margin of like extra stuff in there, but they're definitely getting good at it.
Yeah, I wanna become a tree, a spooky tree. Just kidding. But I want to be a tree. Okay. Anyway, I guess that's all. We did our two poems each, right?
We did.
Fulfilled requirements. Okay. Cool. Any closing remarks? Boo. Oh wait! Actually, I have to show off my Halloween costume.
Oh yeah.
So this is my like Halloween light. I'm a tiger, but wait, there's more. Actually, this goes several layers deep. Okay, I'm actually I'm Batcat. I'm a cat pretending to be Batman, and I am wearing a shirt of it. I'm not actually trying to become Batcat, but I don't know where this all fits into the onion. The nested anthropomorphic cat thing.
Because your tiger costume is also a suit. It's almost like the mild-mannered... No, wait. That's Clark Kent. It's like the Playboy lifestyle of Bruce Wayne. You're wearing a suit.
Yeah.
A cat suit.
That's right. So many levels. Guess what I have underneath? No, just kidding. Alright, that is all. Happy Halloween. Good night.